I've seen a lot of videos very critical of anyone who does not support the Ground Zero Mosque, and I'd like to say that I don't support the Ground Zero Mosque and that there's nothing wrong with that. My reasons for not supporting the mosque are, first of all, I do not support the building of any religious center anywhere. And in no way am I saying that religious organizations should not be allowed the right to build a place of worship wherever they want. Um, I just see it as a waste of manpower and resources. Another reason is the proposed date and location of said mosque. All technicalities aside, I realize that it's not actually at Ground Zero, and some people believe that a cultural center and a place of worship are actually different as far as a mosque is concerned. But besides that, it the proposed date of the 10th anniversary of the 9/11 attacks, I just find that all in bad taste. A lot of these critical videos I've seen, many of their points are, and I'm not quite sure I really understand any of these points, because to me they almost kind of contradict themselves. But their points are, if you don't support the mosque, that you're un-American and a bigot and a hypocrite, and that, you're just as bad as the Saudis, or you're just repeating like right-wing Glenn Beck propaganda that you hear on Fox News. And my problem with this is that everyone has a right to an opinion, and everyone has a right to be judged based off that opinion. But what you should judge people based off of is not whether or not they support the mosque, but it's the reasons why they support the mosque or do not support the mosque. For example, if somebody were to tell me that they did not support the mosque because they hated Muslims in general, I would consider that person a bigot. On the other hand, if a person that had a loved one die in the World Trade Center attacks tell me that they didn't support the mosque because they found it insensitive, I wouldn't consider that person a bigot at all, and I hope you wouldn't either. Uh, Basically, I wouldn't be I wouldn't be truthful with myself if I were to say that I supported the mosque, that I felt it deserved unwavering support of every American, and that it was something that needed to be done in order to raise cultural awareness in that area. Um, I cannot convince myself of that, however hard I try. And basically, there's nothing that can be done to stop them. Um, Nothing legally, at least. And it should have died at that. But what I hope this controversy brings about is essentially the nail in the coffin for any future controversies that might be brought up by Islam in regards to special treatment, as far as, or in the name of cultural sensitivity.